Hello, teacher. Today I would like to share you 10 conversation between two people. Conversation 1. The woman said to the man she was really tired that day. And she says they hadn't get back from their trips until the night before. The man agreed with her, and he says she just had spent uh, a quick skiing in the mountain, and he wanted to know how it had been. The woman were happy about that, and she says she couldn't remember the last time, and she had so much fun, and she wanted to know if the man wasn't planning to test a vacation soon. The man disagreed with her, and she says, and he said he had to wait until uh, he returned from um, his business trip to Hong Kong, and he commented he were planning to rent a house at the beach before the first week of August. Conversation 2. The man said to the woman, they needed to plan um, the following meeting, and it were rescheduled to start at 8:30, and he thought they would have to have the financial report first. The woman agreed with him, and she says Sarah should be second because she were going to introduce the new jobs project. The man were happy about that, and he thought it would be time for a coffee break, and he suggested putting Tom presentation after the coffee break, um, and that should check them to learn. Uh, the woman agreed with him, and she says we could go over the quarterly report and organize the planning committee, and she thought we could manage to cover everything before the end of the day. Right. Conversation 3. Uh, the woman uh, the woman said sorry to the man, because he didn't see um, her name anywhere on their reservation list. Uh, the man said to the woman he had called to make that reservation for a week before, and he says he had raised a single room for an entire week, uh, and there were her reservation number. The woman commented, they just didn't seem to have a record of it there, and she could do that, and she could give you a double room for tonight, and charge you for a single. Then on Saturday, uh, he can move. He could move into the single room for the rest of the week, and he and she would give him a voucher goods for 3 dinner in their restaurant. The man agreed with her, and he thought that's good good call, and that's for the meal ticket. Conversation for the man says, welcome to the city tour. Their bus would be leaving in just 5 minutes for the Natural History Museum. The woman agreed. The woman were happy about that, and uh, she hoped they could spend our morning there. The man agree with her, and he said they would have to leave there by 11. Then, if dear ran, they would have a walking tour over some of the nearby monument before arriving at their restaurant for lunch at 12. Then it's were off to the museum for the afternoon. The woman was right by us, and she says she hoped I didn't had to go too far. Um, and she thought she would have to wait until tomorrow to get to the shopping district. Conversation 5. The woman complained to the man. Uh, she uh, she tried to call his the night before, and he had been home, and she wanted to know where the man had been. The man said to the woman he he had gone to the movie with some friend uh, after work, and he told um, the woman to call him this morning because he had no know he would be out all day the day before. The woman was sorry about that, and she says she had forgot, uh, and she wanted to know the men were still interested in seeing the play. Um, and she wanted uh, to buy the ticket that day, and she could get them for Friday or Saturday night on Sunday afternoon. The man commented he would rather go in the afternoon than at night. So if um, she uh, she got them for Sunday, unfortunately.